always be a Stark of Winterfell.
A girl is Arya Stark of Winterfell. And I'm going home.
Lord Stark?
Drink. Drink. Your king commands it.
What's up, Game of Thrones and Whiskey Walkers? It's your boy DJ Wun Wun here, back at you with another one, and we're going to be getting started with a whole new series on the channel, Whiskey and Well Drinks with Wun Wun. What inspired this new video series is, of course, Diageo getting together with HBO and coming up with these absolutely sweet 8 new whiskeys representing 8 main houses of Westeros. For those of you that don't know, the difference between Scotch and American whiskey is Scotch was made in Scotland. It's literally just that simple. But Diageo got together, they went through 8 different regions and grabbed 8 of their distilleries and matched each one with 8 prominent houses of Westeros. And of course, today we're going to be getting started with one of the most prominent and favorite families in the show. What else can we get it started with? Not quite my favorite family, but most of yours. We're going to get this series started with none other than House Stark. Let's get it in, shall we? The first Scotch whiskey we're going to be taste testing in this new series from the Game of Thrones Limited Edition collection is Winter's Frost. Winter's Frost is a Dalwhinnie Highland single malt, and it is what they chose to represent House Stark. It's the perfect thing to keep you warm through the long dark night. In the vast cold expanse of the northern lands of Westeros, the lords of House Stark ruled as king in the north for generations. Stoic, noble, and pragmatic, House Stark swore allegiance to the Targaryen crown and kept faith for nearly 300 years, and to House Baratheon when the Targaryens fell. However, overly noble Stoics can be vulnerable, and the Stark words heard often in the halls of Winterfell ring true. Winter is coming. The Stark's resiliency, strength, and ability to thrive under the most intense situations are greatly shaped by Winterfell's frigid temperatures. Like House Stark, Dalwhinnie is made in one of the highest and coldest distilleries in Scotland, and its extreme conditions are responsible for shaping its signature honeyed sweetness and spicy warmth. Naturally, it's best served chilled or over ice. So we definitely know why we're all here. It's time to get to it. I gotta say, I really do love these bottles. I do believe that this thing was made for me. As most of you guys already know, I am just the ultimate fanboy. Love everything Game of Thrones. Seen the show just umpteen times, every series, every episode. Read the books. I'm on my 3rd read-through the book. So I am that Game of Thrones fanboy that this was made for. And yeah, I'm all geeked out over it. Absolutely love it. Enough talk. Let's get to tasting. So this is House Stark. Like I said earlier, it is a Dalwhinnie, the Winter's Frost. Like before we get started, we might as well know I am straight up Jon Snow when it comes to whiskey. I know absolutely nothing. Just been watching a bunch of videos and, starting to learn about it ever since the Giant Tamer hooked me up and gave me this great Christmas with these amazing bottles. So, gonna have the whole collection. It's time to learn about whiskey. So come with me, join this little travel as we go through the world of whiskey. And if you haven't been able to find it, I don't know, if you didn't jump on it already, it is going to be almost impossible to find because they sold out almost instantly. They are so hard to find just about anywhere. If you can, more power to you. I salute you. I got lucky enough to have it, and I'm here to share it with you. So let's do it. The Dalwhinnie Winter Frost. Never had a Dalwhinnie before. Haven't had that many whiskeys before. I've had my share of Canadian whiskeys. That's what I drank when I was a little bit younger. But now I've always been doing the Captain Morgan private stock. And now that I have this, it's time to jump into whiskey land. So let's take the walk through whiskey world. My sniffer is not up to par yet. I do not have all the little notes and flowers and the flowery notes and tidbits and melancholy. Yeah, it smells like whiskey. But I have been getting better. I've been going through it. As you can see, I have been doing my fair share of tasting through these. Nobody's even had any of this but me. So yeah, we've been getting it in. So we're going to taste it a few different ways. All I can tell you about the smell is, it doesn't have that wicked burn like a lot of whiskeys do. It smells pretty decent. Yeah, I don't know. It smells decent. Let's taste it and see what's up. I might have a little bit of cinnamon, maybe. it's kind of a spicier smell, I guess. I guess they talk about floral notes. I don't get any buttery biscuits or floral notes in this. It smells like cinnamon and spice. So let's see what it tastes like. Well, I guess you're not really supposed to use the term smooth anymore. That's too old school, I guess, but it goes down very nice. I like this. Yeah, it warms you up. If you're, a cold winter night, this would be a nice thing to warm you up. It's not too heavy. Doesn't have any, crazy mouth feel. It's just goes down nice and smooth and gives you, a little kick in the chest and warms you up pretty nice. So yeah, I've actually, like I said, you can see I've tasted this a few times and tried to figure out. I'm trying to taste it in advance, and the well drink part of this. At the end of this, I'm going to taste it. Actually, I'm going to start tasting it neat. Then we're going to try it over ice, and then the well drink part, I'm going to try to show you guys what I've come up with well drinks with what I think tastes the best, because there's 8 different flavors, 9 if you count the Johnny Walker, and all the flavors are different. The Lagavulin, the Dalwhinnie, the Oban Bay Reserve. So there's all going to be different flavors, and they definitely all taste different in drinks. And they don't all, you can't just make, Scotch and Cokes with them all, I'll tell you that. Because some of them just taste terrible in Cokes. It's crazy. And you don't want to just be boring and do it with Coke. So I'm going to try to, liven it up and get a few different drinks in here and share with you what I think tastes the best with them. But yeah, when it comes to the Dalwhinnie, I can tell you my 2 favorite ways are with the well drink I'm going to show you and neat. I just like it neat like this. Putting it in water, I didn't put any water in it, but I've tried it with water and it didn't really do anything for me. I would either drink it straight and neat, or I already had this on the ice. What it says to do is serve it chilled or over ice. So I've had this on ice for a little bit. And that is a lot more than I planned on putting in there. There's a lot in there. Now they say when you put stuff in the freezer, or you put it on ice, your tongue's not acclimated to be able to taste things at that temperature. So when you make things that cold, it kind of takes away a lot of the flavors. So when you put it on ice, or have it out of the freezer, you're probably going to lose some of that spiciness that it usually has. So know that going in advance. Some people might not want to have so many flavors. They might want to numb it up a little bit. So the freezer might be the way to go. But this has been on. This has been in here chilling for a while, so let's see what it does. Yeah, it just waters it down. I mean, I suppose you could take the whole bottle and put it in the freezer and then take it out, and then it'll be nice and cold, but that's still, again, it's going to take away that taste. And, yeah, it just kind of waters it down a little bit. I mean, it's not bad. If you just want it to go down super smooth, then yeah, just put it on ice and down she goes. But yeah, it's definitely it's not something that's going to kick you in the face. It doesn't burn too bad. It's nothing crazy. It's, I think Diageo did a really good job at kind of easing their way in for a lot of people like me that really don't know anything about whiskey, and they don't want to blow you right out of the water with. Because I have tasted one of these, and we'll get to it down the road. And those of you who have seen some of my previous videos know exactly what I'm talking about. But they have one in this thing that definitely blew me right out of the water. It almost ruined me right out of the gate. It was the first one I tasted, and hey, I wasn't ready for it. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't ready for it. It took me down. But the Stark I've been ready for. It's definitely one of my favorites. If you can't find it, I highly suggest it. A Dalwhinnie. It makes me excited to want to taste other Dalwhinnies. Do they all taste like this? Is this just something? Because I've heard, I've seen a couple other reviewers, and they say, some of these are weaker, some are better, and so you got to, palates are subjective. We're all gonna have different tastes and different palates. So yeah, this has made me excited to go taste another Dalwhinnie, but not in a hurry yet because we still have some of this to go. So yeah, I highly suggest drinking it neat, not so much on ice. I don't know, they suggest putting it in the freezer, but as a novice whiskey drinker, I actually like this one neat. So that would be my suggestion for this. So I guess maybe we should rate them. So let's say we'll do them on a scale of 1 to 10, and I really like this one because I've cheated. I've tasted all these already. So I kind of know that kind of probably skews the rating, but I need something to go off of because I don't drink whiskey. I'm a rum drinker. I drink spiced rum. So I have a little thing to go off of, just these, and I'm going to say the Stark on a scale of 1 to 10 is going to be a solid 8 for me. I really, really like this. Definitely one of my favorites, and I got nothing bad to say about it. You all know I'm a Targaryen all the way. I love me some Dany. Ooh, that's going to get some hate out there, but that's all right. We can take it. But yeah, for House Stark, get down. It's really delicious. Dalwhinnie, Winter's Frost, highly suggest it, and there's nothing wrong with it. I give it an 8 out of 10. For those of you that aren't just whiskey drinkers, I know like the Giant Tamer, the one who hooked me up with all this, she's not really the biggest whiskey fan. She doesn't like the taste. But, I mean, this is kind of a big deal, and she sees how geeked out and how much fun I'm having with it, so of course she wants to be a part of. And there may be a lot of you out there that have ladies with you that really just aren't the biggest fan of whiskey. So that's why I tapped on the backside of this, whiskey and well drinks. I've gone through, I've been making a bunch of different kinds, and I think I've got it dialed into which whiskeys taste better to me, best to me anyway, in certain well drinks. So yeah, let's get into the last part of this video, the well drink portion. Come on. Alright, now, we don't want to scare anybody away on the very first video, so we're going to keep it simple for you, but I tell you what, it is absolutely delicious and definitely my favorite way to drink the Dalwhinnie Stark whiskey. And all you need for this is very simply a glass, some Coca-Cola, of course your House Stark Dalwhinnie whiskey, some vanilla ice cream, and a little bit of ready whipped top if you want. You don't really have to do that. Now what we're going to make here, obviously, is a whiskey Coke float. And I'm telling you, some of you might have just wrinkled your nose. Don't knock it till you try it. It is absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to whip one up and we're going to taste it. I'll be right back. And we're back. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is exactly what a vanilla ice cream whiskey Coke float Game of Thrones style looks like. And I have to tell you, it is absolutely delicious. For anybody that wants the recipe, it's super simple. You just take 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream, 2 shots of your Dalwhinnie Game of Thrones whiskey, and you pour a little Coke on top of it. You got to fight that little foam thing. The foam fight is real, people. The foam fight is real. You got to scoop some of that out, get a little more Coke in there, scoop a little foam out, get the Coke in there, and then top it off with a little whipped cream. Now, I know a lot of you whiskey aficionados are absolutely going, oh my God, how can you desecrate a whiskey that way? But for the rest of us, we know things like this are what you call absolutely delicious. And this is how we want to drink it. Like I said, I know the Lion Tamer, she is not a big fan of the taste of whiskey, and basically all these well drinks that I've been making her, she is absolutely in love with. So for any of you guys out there or gals who have another that you like to drink with and they're just not the biggest fan of whiskey, make them a well drink, and maybe you'll just be able to kick back and both enjoy whiskey at the same time that way. This is your boy DJ Wun Wun. This is my new thread. It's going to be whiskey and well drinks. This is how we're going to get down. This was my very first one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button, and if you want to, go ahead and subscribe, because you know we're going to have a whole bunch of these coming up. And if you tune in on the next one, you might just get to find out what this little ditty is and how to make it. I assure you it is absolutely delicious. So I hope you guys enjoyed yourself, and I hope to see you on the next one. And until next time, game on. Oh my God, that's good.